Now going over to the Culture Pod podcast, you have Detroit squatter going viral saying it's her house now, and she even steals her neighbor's electricity with a rudimentary extension cord, it looks like. Now this went viral on Twitter, and is a fascinating, sad phenomenon in the United States where the police are so useless, not all, but in many cases, police, lawyers, and district attorneys, they actually hate you so much they would give rights to squatters over the homeowner. Now this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness, and they note, quote, a reporter asked a squatter in Detroit to hear her side of the story. This is incredible. And apparently that is a she. Or I should say allegedly. I'm really not sure. I think the other fascinating thing from this to take away is, or before we dive into the video, is someone is willing to occupy a house in Detroit. That's I mean, it's hard times in the economy, folks. Let's see here. Without further ado, let's see.
If I left my house, say for a month
and a half,
you think you would be entitled to move in there?
Well,
take my stuff?
Well, it's a lot of, I'm not the only one that is squatting. It's a lot of other people on the block, if you want to be technical.
The first rule of a child, or someone who's as mentally intellectual as a child, is, well, it's not that bad because everyone's doing it. The most rudimentary of arguments. Granted, her intellect may be on par with a child.
You know, and a lot of people encouraged me to do what I'm doing now.
But she wants her place back.
Yeah, but I had put a lot of work in here, and I spent a lot of money. I am on a fixed income.
Is that power hooked up legit?
The excuses continue. I'm a victim, Even though I'm stealing someone's house. What did she say? She's on a fixed income, and she put a lot of work into it. Oh, is that how it works? Well, in the United States in 2024, apparently so. Now I'm going to look at her terrible electric job.
Legit there?
My power is...
That's not legit.
It's not legit.
No, you stealing a little bit of power.
I am blessed.
What do you do for a living?
I receive Social Security.
What a piece of human trash. Stealing someone's house, and what do you do for a living? Nothing. Gets government money.
I don't have
What
no
happened?
secrets.
Disability?
Yes.
What's your ailment?
I'm not going to say.
That's her right. If I left...
What a piece of trash. I can't think of anything more morally or mentally vacuous than stealing someone's house, stealing his neighbor's electricity, and just leeching off the government. Why is this person not in jail? What on earth are they contributing to society? I can't fathom a single positive factor that this person should not be thrown in jail for an indeterminate amount of time. What should the offense? How long should this piece of human trash be thrown in jail for? Again, you're stealing someone's house, you're stealing your neighbor's electricity, and you don't contribute to society. You're just taking money from the government. If this was 50 years ago, people would not tolerate this. As a community, they'd say, hey, someone worked hard, someone bought this house, you are not entitled to their work. You're not entitled to their property. It's not your property. And yet, some district attorneys, some police are actually siding with squatters. Now, thankfully, we have a good couple states where, we actually have someone with a modicum of intelligence in politics. Granted, yes, the bar is very low, but you have someone like Ron DeSantis who signed a bill basically rudimentary saying, we won't tolerate this. The police are on your side, homeowners. And yet, this person has no shame. And look at her. Now, it is weird. I don't know, is the reporter in a robe? There are a lot of bizarre things going on with this video. But it's on Fox 2. It's on a news network. Yeah, it was so morally vacuous. I was hoping it'd be a joke. Because it's so disgusting. That's how far the United States has fallen. There are more incentive mechanisms and more rights for people not to work than to work, and to steal than to not steal. And people wonder why we live in a lawless society. Well, depending on what side of the political spectrum you are on is also how you will or will not be prosecuted these days as well, it seems. Maybe I'm alone in this assessment, though. Let's type in the comments and see what the other folks have to say. And, of course, she also has no sense of fashion. I mean, what is that? A scarf? Let's break this down from the fashion perspective. Obviously, I am the cultural lexicon in chief on fashion. I at least know that men should always suit up. Always look your best. Soaring, I think it's a Detroit Tigers logo. Some type of Detroit sports balls team, which is a tank top. Has a strong jawline. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just a little bit jealous. And Jawline's law, that's a pretty strong one. It's not. Truth be told, it might even be better than mine. Low bar, yes, I know. So it's like a scarf in the middle of the year. It's not winter. I'm just stealing. Look at that. They just splice the wires together to steal electricity from their neighbor. So what is this person contributing to society, or what are they paying for? Ridiculous. And of course, it did went viral. It got 2.3 million views and 20,000 likes. Or 20,000, 21,000, let's see. No, alright. I was not the last contributing vote needed on the like button to get to the next level. But nevertheless, one of the first comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, "The pause before she says blessed by the electricity she's stealing from her neighbor says it all. Plus, she's living off Social Security and disability. She's furnishing her stolen house with our tax dollars. She should be living in jail cell for this." Unquote, getting 3.2 thousand likes. And yes, 110%. I mean, how many offenses of stealing do we see in a single clip here? And yet, the police are nowhere to be found. General TM says, quote, "She admits that she's a squatter and she's blessed for stealing power. What the hell is going on with our country?" Unquote, getting 1.6 thousand likes. What is this? BIPOC? What the heck is that? BIPOC? Doing racism? This person says, "I was a victim." I'm going to mispronounce a lot of this. She got YT Pipe. What does that mean? YouTube? YT Pipe be rich and sheet racism. I didn't even listen to the video. Was my description accurate? Unquote, getting 1.6 thousand likes. Let me know in the comments. What is it? YT Pipe be rich and Ute people? Does that mean you people? YT? I need to read more about the Urban Dictionary. Or just put in the comments and help me translate. The youth in modern, some vernacular just eludes me. Peacemo says, quote, "Squatters' rights is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Squatting is theft. These people should have zero rights. The second the lawful homeowner says they want them out, that's it, get out." Getting 613 likes. Let's see. Visha Mishra says, quote, "Squatters have gotten so out of control they told the homeowners to call the cops." It's like it's a 30-second video on the TikTok. Let's see what we got here. What are they saying here?
Woke up and found squatters living in our house.
Hi, who are you? This is our house.
This is not your home.
Yes, this is. No, get the fuck out.
No. Call the police.
Cops are calling now.
Okay. Because I
He knows you're full of shit. Just get out.
This is my hood, y'all.
Just get out. You took that out of the front yard?
Along with the other two signs, because I'm interested in purchasing this home, but there's obviously been some sort of mix-up. It's not costing me a home.
We don't have that.
Who did you purchase the home from, sir?
Holy Moses! Folks, we gotta rewind that. The police did the right thing here. The police arrested the squatters? Finally! Was this in Florida? They got 308 likes. They didn't clarify, though, the location. But, yeah, it's good to see it sometimes happens. Or the right thing sometimes does happen. Desiree says, or Desire says, quote, "We can't get this squatter to leave the White House." It says that a second alternative juror has been chosen. It's Obama with a pretty good beard. Got 418 likes. Spartan Guidance says, quote, "The only person hearing her side of the story should be a judge in a courtroom. She's a criminal and she should be treated as such." I'm quoting 614 likes. Oh, this is funny. Libercat Media TM says literally this is a meme of, looks like a white gal with blonde hair. And she says, "I can't get the squatters out of my house that I own and pay utilities and upkeep for." And then the Christian guy says, quote, "You literally voted for this," unquote, getting 900 likes, which, yes, I forget the origin of the actual quote. If you know, let me know in the comments. But a wise man once said, "You get what you vote for." Again, that got 900 likes. Still have not found any contrarian statements. And again, there are people who really believe in squatters' rights and thinks, landlords are evil because they want to make a profit and actually provide for themselves and their family. And I mean, surely, maybe they'll find some contrarian statements here. Mocking SF Values says, quote, "Notice how quickly DeSantis ended this in Florida. Why would anyone want to live in a blue state? Complete upside down moral universe." Unquote, getting 649 likes. Usually the number one reason is jobs. I work in tech, so I have a fair amount of my contacts and people I work with are also based in other states, especially California. And I swear, the job and the weather. Those are the two cliche things I always hear. Food's pretty good too, but you do have to step around all the feces in California, try not to get stabbed, or step on, needles of drugs. So it's kind of like an action adventure video game. You only get one life, and the police and the state are all against you. But I hear they've got great weather all the time. One bad dude simply says they are trying to get people to sympathize with criminals, getting 445. Ooh, 46 for 78. That interesting timing, went up a lot, including myself. Klaus Arminus says, quote, "This American law blows my mind. How is this allowed by the country where every citizen is armed to the teeth?" I'm going to get 306 likes. Well, in the United States, it's kind of a common misconception. An overwhelming United States in terms of legality of using a firearm. And again, I'm not a lawyer, though I do have a suit. Though I also have morals and values, so I don't think I'd cut it a lawyer. But nevertheless, in most of the United States, you cannot use a firearm haphazardly, and you can't, in most states, believe it or not, you can't use it to defend personal property. You can use it to defend your life. That's the importance of the stand your ground law, where in most states, with the exception of places like New Jersey, where you actually have the right to retreat law, and in most states, you have stand your ground law. So if you feel your life is threatened, only then could you use deadly force. And again, if you just point a firearm at someone, in many cases, even if you don't pull the trigger, that is considered deadly force, and you will be tried and prosecuted for it, either, if you did it appropriately or not. You'll be taken to court. So again, that's why it's always paramount to know your laws around firearms and know when you can and cannot withdraw one from your holster. So it's actually a common misconception. You can't just use it willy-nilly, as Grandpa might say. But it is also, yes, disappointing that lawlessness seems to be increasing in the United States. Do one or two more. Here you got Anthony Hughes saying, quote, "People who feel they're entitled to other people's stuff is baffling to me," getting 887 likes. Well, I blame the public school systems and terrible, rudimentary, bad parents. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, "Typical Democrat," getting 441 likes. Expose Them says, quote, You're stealing power? No, I'm blessed," getting 944 likes. Valentine Gomez, which, again, she's okay at marketing. She needs to put a hashtag or something that reminds people she actually is running for office. Because, again, I only know that because I looked at her actual profile. And again, most of her comments are they are in line with her political philosophies. And the people who are going to be on the fence are probably going to vote for her because of, or maybe if they see the comments, they'll be leaning towards her more. And she says, quote, "It's crazy that criminals have more rights than hardworking Americans," are quoting 369 likes. Alpha Fox says, quote, "Someone get this woman some grape drink stat," unquote, getting 128 likes. Which, yeah, as a child, do you remember, there's no nutritional value, but there's the one that, there's a little juice thing that looked like a barrel. I think G.H. Chappelle said that as a joke about it. It was the main ingredients really were just water, sugar, dye. And I think some modicum of, artificial flavor. Man, seems like a lifetime ago. I think Capri Suns are still a thing, interestingly enough. I saw them at the store a while back. Let's see here. More Detroit news. I'll do one more. Sliced says, quote, It's bizarre how these people feel they have the right to literally steal another person's property, but yet have a clear conscience because they're somehow entitled to it." Smack in the face emoji, getting 69 likes, which, yes, part of the cultural demise of the United States is these people think they're not doing anything wrong. They just have the overwhelmingly large, disgusting sense of entitlement, which I would also argue is one of the main contributing factors of the decline of the United States. And, wind back the clock 50, 100 years, there's a lot less entitlement. Well, there's also a lot less government programs programming people to, stay on the government's teeth, so to say. But I don't know. Do you think this person will actually be forced out by Detroit PD? Will anything actually happen? Will the rightful homeowner get their house back? I'd be fascinated as always. Let me know. I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.